The next gentleman that's coming to the stage, this is his first time doing stand-up comedy, so we want you to be very accommodating for him and laugh when he's not funny. Please give it up for Greg Wood.
Everything about this is such a bad decision because this is the first time that I've ever done stand-up comedy, and I'm very, very drunk, and I'm leaving this town tomorrow, so fuck all of you. I'm saying whatever the fuck I want. Yeah! So, some of you know me, some of you don't. I have done the nightlife writing for the News Sentinel on and off for several years. And recently, due to some circumstances I'm not going to get into, I've decided to part ways with them and I'm moving to Nashville. But the past few weeks, I've been basically unemployed and basically very bored. And I've been trying to find ways to entertain myself, and I've found a really great way. And that way is Facebook chat. But I don't use Facebook chat in any normal capacity. I don't use it to keep up with my younger sister who lives in Dallas, or friends of mine from high school that I haven't seen in years. I use it to pretend as if my Facebook account got hacked. And what I like to do is I like to go through the list and I like to see who's online. And I find someone from my past, probably someone from elementary school that I haven't talked to in maybe 15 years, who was maybe kind of religious at the time, and I just message them and I say, "Hi!" exclamation point. And usually they say something to the extent of, "OMG, I haven't talked to you in so long. How are you?" And I say, "I'm great. I grew my penis 6 inches in the past 7 days." And most of the time, that's where the conversation stops on their end. And I'm not okay with stopping there because I'm kind of an overachiever. I kind of like to take things the extra mile. And so what I like to do is I like to take those facets of, being hacked, of being spammed, like, I grew my penis, I lost 20 pounds, I make $2,000 a day from working at home, and I like to combine them as if I just got fucking super hacked by something. So I say something like, "I'm great, I lost 20 pounds from my upper torso," which incidentally went directly into my penis, which has grown 7 inches and now has the girth of a Pringles can. And they very rarely ever respond to that, and I'm not surprised, really, about that. But I now have an iPhone, and the beauty of that is that I can fuck with people from my iPhone. So I don't even have to be limited to being at home when I fuck with people on Facebook chat. No, I can pull out my phone right here. And later tonight, you might see me over by the bar, tapping away, and you might think that I'm just texting my girlfriend saying, "Hey, I hope you had a good day, blah, blah, blah." No, I'm not. I'm on Facebook chat. And I'm telling my best friend from 3rd grade, Alex Fries, about how I sprouted a second cock and grew it 7 feet to compete with the other cock that I grew 7 feet. And now every time I get an erection in my double man-mound sphere of man meat, I black out because all 8 pints of blood in my body are required to turgidly rise both of my meat spheres. And that's what I'm telling them, and like I said, usually they just don't respond to that. But, I mean, that is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to me fucking with people on my phone. Because now that the tip, right. Now that I have this iPhone, I have this thing called Yelp. Are you familiar with Yelp? It's a thing, you leave reviews of various restaurants and establishments on it and blah, blah, blah. But what I like to do is I like to leave reviews that are positive, but they seem negative and they seem really fucked up. For example, I like to check into a Starbucks and say, "I found this Starbucks to be extremely not racist." I'm pretty sure that none of the employees at this Outback Steakhouse would ever kidnap and rape me. I'd be willing to bet good money that the owner of this Cracker Barrel doesn't have a woman trapped in his basement that he's feeding little bits of biscuits to through a hole in the wall. And the end goal of that, of course, is to have the owner of the Starbucks or whatever read it and see like, oh, well, I found this Starbucks to be streaming. What the oh, hold on. That's a good thing, though. That is good. We can work with that. We can work with that. Maybe we'll bring in more Asians. No, but like I said, I'm moving away from Knoxville, and I gotta admit, I'm gonna miss Knoxville. I really am. I have this theory about Knoxville that you can commit any crime as long as you're wearing a Peyton Manning jersey. And you can get away with it. All you have to do is you have to be wearing the jersey, you just walk into a fucking pilot station, gun in hand, and the clerk is just gonna go, oh my god, oh shit! Hell yeah, man! Hell yeah! Go Vols! Oh, no, man, just take the money. I don't care. Just take it. Hell, go Vols! Go Vols! So every now and then I just relapse into saying go Vols over and over again. It comes from growing up. Go Vols! Go Vols! Go Vols. Seriously though, the city's ridiculous. Because its whole attitude and its whole behavior and its whole economy is based on whether or not 19-year-olds catch a ball correctly. I've seen grown men cry at the outcome of a non-conference game. What the fuck? But a few years ago, I was at the UT Georgia game here in town. I was sitting up in the student section, which is right next to the away student section, and there was a cop in between the two sections. And you usually consider a cop to be like a impartial, stoic being. But the whole game, as we were getting blown out by Georgia, this guy is just getting more and more agitated. And he's starting off all stoic, just standing there like. And as the game goes on, his brow starts to furrow a little bit. He starts to do the angry sway a little bit. And at the very end of the game, when we were already losing by like 40, there was this one play where the Georgia defense blitzed, and it was clearly offsides, and this cop just fucking loses it and just goes, offsides! Offsides! Over and over again, with his mentality reduced to that of a 6-year-old girl whose Barbie had been stolen by her older brother. It was fucking ridiculous. I could have just jumped over the line, pummeled the shit out of the nearest Georgia fan, and that cop just would have gone, fucking faggot, deserved it. I hate the Bulldogs! I hate the Bulldogs! Go Vols! Thanks, guys. That word, everyone.
Gentlemen, welcome to the roast of Greg Wood. I'm like Chris Hansen. Just sit down. Just sit down over there. No, you're not going anywhere. Guys, move up. Move up. We have empty seats up here. Come on! And this needs to be an intimate affair. This is here's the explanation of what's about to happen. Over the last year and a half, Greg has written more and produced more promotional material for comics in this area through articles and blogs and whatnot than anyone ever has in the history of Knoxville. So if you want to know why stand-up comedy is happening here, it's because of this drunken man right here that's a big fan of the Vols. That's what it is. So what we prepared for him as comics is hate speech directed at him, because that's why I interviewed him last week, and it's all coming to. He was ready for his set. I knew he'd be in the zone and not ready for this in any way. So it's time to roast him. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first roaster for Greg Wood, David Wright.
Give it up for Greg Wood, everybody. Come on. And that's all the praise you're getting, you faggot. Okay. I do have to say something nice about Greg Wood. Short of my obituary picture, if it wasn't for Greg Wood, I never thought I'd be in the newspaper ever again. He did take a picture of me one time, so I owe him something nice, but Greg Wood has done to local entertainment articles what the Nazis did to the Jews. Haven't you, Greg? You bastard. Greg's articles are so bad the bums in Market Square won't cover themselves up in the middle of winter with them. I've seen them pull your section from the paper. I put Greg's articles underneath my parakeet's cage. My bird got constipated and fucking died. You can see why I'm going first. My hate speech is kind of nice, which is, you know, not... He rapes children! Okay. Newspapers are feeling the pinch in this bad economy and they're going to more online content because it's cheaper. And this man is going there to ruin them there as well. Ted Kaczynski read one of his articles one time, and never mind, you know what happened to Ted Kaczynski, right? But I have a joke for you that I used on another comedian in town, and I think it's well deserved, Greg. If I had the choice of having a prison inmate shit in my mouth or listening to your comedy routine again, I would have to ask myself one question. Would my peanut allergy keep me from eating shit? Thank you for everything, Greg.
Dave Wright, everyone. Here's the best thing about a roast for someone you have no fucking idea who they are. You just have to kind of read between the lines and enjoy the pure hatred that comes out. No, really, move forward. Like, seriously, move this way. This is a roast is not a time we pick out people in the crowd and are like, yeah, you look like a kike. Blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what we do. But you know what? Let's conjure the spirit of Greg Giraldo and welcome to the stage our next roaster, Sean Chittister.
So I'm not gonna start by fucking Greg Ward in the ass here, but seriously, what the fuck? Get there's fucking seats right here. All of you people, right now, stand up. Stand the fuck up. Get the fuck up right the fuck now and move your shit right here. Otherwise, I will fuck all of you in the ass and I'll wait till a private time with him. Bring it forward. Come on. I got 3 people out of that. I'm gonna give every one of you guys AIDS. I'm gonna go fuck somebody that has AIDS and then rape all of you and give you all AIDS because you're not moving up any closer.
Are you from Africa?
Yes. I'm the blackest person in the world. Fuck you, Koontz. Your name is way too close to cunt, and I want to call you cunts every time I see your face. I love you. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Anyway, so we're here to roast Greg Wood. As Matt was saying, he has done so much for the underground comedy scene when it comes down to writing shitty articles that no one sees online. And so when for a comic, that's awesome because I read it and no one else does. But whatever, it's fine. It's really fine. He's done a lot though. He did nightlife. As far as going out to bar scenes and different things of that nature for Knox News, if you guys have never read that. And there's a lot of great articles he's done. There's a lot of them. He actually did one about one of my favorite bars, Greens. One of my favorite bars I've ever been to in my life. And do you know what the fuck a curtain is, Greg? That's all I gotta ask you. No one else knows what this means, but I'm gonna say it to you right now. Good. He doesn't remember. That's all that matters. Nonetheless, I don't have much else, but I'm going to tell a story of how I first met Greg, and I'm going to give you a little warning that this is a true story, absolutely true, how I first met Greg. He came out to a Wino Theater, which was a stand-up show that we did for Sizeford for a bit, and I first met him. And when I first met Greg, he came up to me and shook my hand, which was really nice, and then he firmly grabbed my ass.
That's not formal, though.
The reach around is formal, the ass grab is uncomfortable.
Well, I'm with it now, yeah.
So nonetheless, he grabbed my ass, And at that point, I was like, this is Greg Wood. He writes shit I don't read. Sweet. So I go up and I do my set, and I'm drinking, and I'm getting a little bit more drunk, and somehow I'm getting even more drunk because apparently he's buying all my drinks. And he's putting shit in it, apparently, from the bartender's telling me. I didn't know that. After the show is done, again, guys, this is a true story. Absolutely true. 100% true. Promise you. So after the show's done, he comes up to me again, and he shakes my hand one more time and says, "Good job, Sean. It's a really good set." Puts his hand on my ass again and goes, "Why don't you come back to my place?" I don't fucking remember, Roofie boy. Nonetheless, I go back to his place, and while we're at his place, he starts showing me things, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've never thought this of somebody that writes for newspapers, but he had one of those heart-shaped beds that, like, fucking rotated. 100% true, guys. 100% true. Rotated. And he had fucking Barry White on constantly. Like, I walked in and it was just playing. Apparently writers do that. I never thought. Anyways, he's like, "Hey, Sean, why don't you come take a seat on my lovely bed?" I don't remember this. I was drunk, so I went and sat on his bed. And he comes, gets next to me, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to read something." And I was like, "Oh, okay, you're a writer. I just met you. Let me read what you have. Maybe I'll give you fucking, be a critic. I don't know." And so I start reading it, and what it says is, "I'm gonna stick my dick in your ass. You're welcome." He is a journalist, so he is. Yeah, I thought he was going to say thanks. You're welcome is a little different. Nonetheless, I woke up the next morning and I was on the heart-shaped bed and there's shit everywhere. And that's all I have, really, to be honest with you. Nonetheless, Greg, you're fucking awesome. Thank you seriously for everything you've done for the comedy scene here. I can't appreciate it more. I fucking love you, man. I'm gonna miss your ass. Don't fuck me again. That's all I can say. Thank you, guys. Greg Wood, give it up.
Give it up for Steve Zahn, everybody. Steve Zahn. You may have seen him ever. No, you haven't seen him ever. He's been in a lot of movies. You still don't remember who Steve Zahn is. You won't. He's been in.
Don't break me tonight.
That's right. Don't rape him tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next roaster from the dais, John Upton.
All right. Am I the only person who's going to roast anybody else here besides Greg? I mean, Jesus. Dave Wright. Give it up for Dave Wright, everybody. Hell yeah. Let's see what I got for Dave. Dave has retired from comedy more times than Brett Favre has football. He really has, except Dave don't make no money doing comedy. Dave is what I like to call Subway's failed pre-Jared expert. Sean Chittister is here. Give it up for Sean. Give it up for Sean's vest. I can't help it. Give it up for Sean's vest. Sean wears a vest more than McLovin on Superbad. Makes him look bigger. But yeah, Sean, notice this hair and this lovely beard he has. Have you ever seen him without it? He looks like Anne Frank's brother who survived. He really has. Oh, fuck, I'm drunk. Matt Ward, give it up for Matt Ward. I recently was surprised to learn that Matt Ward was not gay. Really. He did a show in Tazewell, and everybody's been asking for him to come back. It's like, hey, ask that fag to come back. He's pretty funny. Greg Wood, the man of the hour. Give it up. Now, I'm going to admit, I really don't know Greg that well. I am friends on Facebook, which counts here tonight. And all I have to say is I really hope that isn't a toupee. Because it looks like a centerfold from a centerfold from Playboy spread throughout the 70s. Yeah, that one really didn't work because I'm drunk.
Do a shot of PBR.
Give it up for his first set. It's actually pretty good. It was almost as good as Ray Romano's special. I've read the memo. Oh, I have to apologize to Greg. For so long, until the other day, I thought he was gay as well. I really did, until the other day I saw where his girlfriend was graduating from college. Give it up for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Come on, admit it.
Yeah, come on.
It's really your sister. Come on. It's gotta be. Greg is from Dallas and loves to drink. Are we roasting Nick Edgman here? I mean, really? I mean, really. Greg, through Facebook, where he's always at bars, I've come to determine that his penis is so big. Oh, I fucked that one up. God damn, I'm drunk. I'm white though. Let's try that one again. Greg drinks so much that its penis is bigger than him.
There we go.
Means it's black people, come on. Greg says he comes from a small town of Chattanooga. Dude, I'm from Tazewell. You want to go to a small town, come run through some meth labs with me. I'm going to say I'm drunk, and that's all I have for right now. Give it up for me. No, but really, wait, fuck, I'm drunk and I forgot my ending. Really, your first set was fucking awesome. It really was. For a first set ever, give it up for that. It really was. And I want to thank him for being the voice of Knoxville underground comedy for so long, and we're truly going to miss him. Give it up.
Bang, bang, boom! John Upton, everyone. Yeah, you guys are like, oh, so that's why this is free. Yeah. It is, that's why it's free. It really is. Welcome, people that just came that have no idea we're about to spew in your ears. What it is a roast for a guy that wrote for a newspaper that no longer writes for them, that wrote about comedy, and now we're telling a bunch of inside jokes that you never understand. So go fuck yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Kunis.
I have never, ever met this man before in my life. I am Justin Kunis. The roast of Louis C.K., everybody. You have a great hairline. Serious. Rogaine did not work for you. I typically don't take notes, but I did on his shitty